Okay, here is my custom fix for the no thigh rotation on X-Transbots Runabout figure. So what I did already is I unscrewed 3 screws from the thigh, which you could see right there, using their Phillips screwdriver that they gave you. And after I unscrewed it, there is a little difficulty trying to separate it without kind of scratching up this paint on the die cast metal. So I actually had to open it up and use a little screwdriver to kind of slowly and carefully pry this open until I can separate them. And it was a little hard separating them because the issue is this mushroom peg that goes into the die cast metal. It's really tight, and that's because I think they didn't carefully maybe measure the thickness of this plastic. So after I did that, what I did is I'm using one of my filers from my old product or jewelry design class, and I have to very carefully and slowly shave away a little bit of the plastic, and you're going to have to do this a little bit at a time, because if you shave too much, you cannot add plastic on. So this is very tedious, but you have to go back and forth after each shave just to see if this is rotating to the amount of friction that you want. So I want it tight, so I don't want to shave it down too much. So this is what I currently have now. I'm gonna screw these back on because I think I'm satisfied with this. So now you could see it is tight, but I do kind of want it tight. But you could see now you can rotate it. Maybe I will file it down a little bit. So let me just file this down a little bit, do the same on this side, and I'll show you what the finished result looks like. Okay, here is the finished product. So let's spread his arms out so we can come in here and grab his crotch and grab here. And now you could see it does rotate, and it the tightness depends on how much you actually file down. I already told you that I don't want it to be too loose, so I minimized how much filing I did. And again, I'm telling you that if you file too much, then it's going to be loose because you cannot add plastic back onto the plastic. So this is the final result, and now you could see he does have the thigh rotation, which helps to get some better articulation here. Unfortunately, it does not fix this issue where this piece just easily comes untabbed, because that's not really a secure tab, and then it has issues with this coming untabbed and this coming untabbed. So yeah, you can, there's my custom fix for the thighs, but it still has some minor issues with that. But if you're aware of it and you know, just you could see what I'm doing, I'm holding it, then you can kind of get around it. And the last thing I want to say is, because I have to go through all of this, which I really don't appreciate, I'm going to, you know, also point out for their future releases that their QC sticker means Jack. So yeah, I just want to make it clear, because everyone has that QC sticker on here, but they have this issue. So how does that justify the QC issue? So yeah, that's just their way of trying to deceive you to think that, you know, their products are made better, trying to copy fans' toys. But anyways, I had to throw that in there because I'm really frustrated that I had to do this fix. But I am happy that with the results, because now I do have the articulation. And hopefully that helps any of you if you want to go through the work to do that. So again, unscrew those 3 screws. You have to carefully pry it open, and then you have to file down that mushroom tab, and you have to be slow and careful and make sure to do it little at a time and test it, because again, if you file down too much, it's going to be too loose and you cannot add more plastic. And you saw me do it this way, and I want to point out, you need to be careful also, because when you're, you know, have it down and opening things up, this side view mirror, the type of plastic that they use, it's very brittle, so any little tension or weight on here, you might cause it to break. So that's something else very important I wanted to point out. You have to be careful when you're performing surgery on this figure. So that's it. That's my custom fix for the X-Transbots Runabout.